Federico Chiesa could become one of the best signings Liverpool has ever made, at least under FSG. When I say this, what I actually mean is value for money. Think of Andy Robertson. How much did we pay for Robertson? Was it 6 to 8 million, something like that? Matip, we had Matip on a free. That is what I am talking about. I'm going to spend the next, hopefully not too long, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to show you the data and everything. In terms of the forwards that we have, how does it compare to the current Liverpool forwards? He is a very, very similar player to Luis Diaz. So you guys take a look at this. So here's a comparison of Luis Diaz and Federico Chiesa. And this is all last year. Luis Diaz in the Premier League, Chiesa in the Italian Serie A. And you can see he's a year younger than Luis Diaz. And if you look at the heat map, he spent a lot of time on the left as well, similar to Luis Diaz. Now, let's now take a look at the data. You can see that appearances, Luis Diaz appeared in pretty much every game for Liverpool in the Premier League. So Luis Diaz had 37 appearances, while Federico Chiesa had 33 appearances for Juventus last season. That is not bad for someone who's injury prone. Now, if you look at minutes per game, Luis Diaz has 72, while Chiesa has 67. So that is only 5 minutes less than Luis Diaz. So it's not as if he was just coming on for the last 15 minutes of games. It tells you that he played a lot of minutes. Attacking wise, now this is where it gets interesting. He scored 9 goals in the Serie A. Luis Diaz scored 8. And let's not forget, this is for Juventus. Juventus under Max Allegri, they played a very, very rigid 3-5-2 formation. That's how Max Allegri likes to play. So the formation did not really suit Chiesa. Imagine playing Saka, right, as a center forward. You're not going to get the best out of him, or playing Luis Diaz as a center forward, right? You're not going to get the best out of him. These players, they are wingers. They are explosive wingers. They like to take on fullbacks. That is where you get the best out of them. But he still scored 9 goals compared to Luis Diaz's 8. And now, this is where it gets even more interesting. Luis Diaz scored 8 goals last season from an XG of 11.88. For me, that is poor. Chiesa scored 9 goals from an XG of 6.4. That is elite finishing. Yes, this guy is a fantastic finisher. I mean, this is the data here. I'm not making it up. All right. Goals per game, you can clearly see 0.3 per game to Luis Diaz's 0.2 per game. Now, let's take a look at assists. Luis Diaz had 5 assists. Chiesa had 2. But then look at this, okay? You can think that, oh, maybe Chiesa is selfish. No. Expected assist, 4.75 for Luis Diaz. It tells you that Liverpool strikers, well, at least Jota and Salah, are clinical. So when Luis Diaz makes a pass, right, you can expect the Liverpool strikers to score. Of course, 5 assists from an expected assist of 4.75. I think it tells you that the Liverpool strikers were clinical. Now, Chiesa only had 2 assists from an expected assist of 5.58. It tells you that he was playing with Juventus strikers who just could not find the back of the net for whatever reason. So that has nothing to do with Chiesa. Chiesa should definitely have at least 5 assists as well. Big chances created, 12 for Luis Diaz, 5. This guy, he is a fantastic player. At least that's what the data suggests. Defending. Let's take a look at defending because that's also important. And Slot, he wants his wingers to track back as well, you know. Tackles. So, looking at this, you can see it's all green. Luis Diaz. So, when you look at this, you can tell that on the ball, Chiesa is better than Luis Diaz, probably makes better decisions. While off the ball, Luis Diaz is clearly better. But there's no surprise here because Luis Diaz, he's got that dog in him. You can see aerial duels won, ground duels won, is always Luis Diaz. Like he's got that dog in him. That's probably why Klopp loved him. He starts him over Gakpo, and that's also probably why Ancelotti starts Luis Diaz over Gakpo as well, because off the ball is fantastic. But on the ball, there is no doubt that Chiesa is better. Now let's take a look at his injury history. A lot of people say, "Oh, he's injury prone." Now, this is he's got so many injuries. So this is basically from 2022 till 2024. This is a lot of injuries, but you can see that these are really, really small injuries. The big one here is this one where he missed 269 days of football. He missed 45 games, and that was in the 2021-2022 season. All right. Let's take a look at last year. As you can see, he was injured here 7 days, here 17 days, 5 days, 6 days, 10 days. These are just minor injuries, right? Yes, it's a lot of them, but these are minor injuries. Minor injuries. He's out for 6 days, 5 days. That's like a week, right? How many games did he miss last year? And this is in all competition. Here's 2, 4, 5, plus 4, 9, 11. So Chiesa missed 11 games last season for Juventus. That for me is a really, really good sign. Okay, he missed only 11 games. That is not bad at all. £10 million. If a guy like Chiesa is available, you take it. Now, let's talk about his pace, because a lot of people say, "Oh, he's not quite as quick as he was." I think they are right. But how quick is he though? How quick is he? So here's an article that I came across, all right? I'm going to move this a bit to the side so that you guys can actually see the full article. It's titled, "Where Federico Chiesa Ranks Amongst Liverpool Fastest Players Post-Injury." Now, let's take a look at this. So this is post-injury, right? I want to show you some data here. So Chiesa's top speed and how it compares, all right? Last season, Chiesa recorded a top speed of 36.2 kilometers per hour. I want you guys to see this very, very well. And that's according to Opta, all right? Before his injury, his top speed was around 37 kilometers per hour. So yes, he has lost a bit of pace. So, but from 37 kilometers per hour to 36.2 kilometers per hour is not bad at all. And you will find out why. Now, 36.2 kilometers per hour is still incredibly fast and will make him one of the quickest players at Liverpool. Last season, Dominic Szoboszlai recorded Liverpool's fastest top speed in the Premier League, which was around 36.76 kilometers per hour, and that is only a fraction faster than Chiesa. The season prior, it had been Darwin Núñez who recorded a top speed of 36.5 kilometers per hour. So this guy is about, even though they say he's lost a bit of pace, he is about as fast as Darwin Núñez. That is mad. All right. Mohamed Salah in his prime recorded a top speed of 36.6 kilometers per hour. So this guy, yes, he has lost a bit of pace, but he is still about as fast as prime Mo Salah. Let that sink in. This is crazy how people say he's not as fast as he was. He doesn't need to be, because that is still really, really quick. Now, here's something else. Cody Gakpo had previously described Luis Diaz as the fastest player at the club, but Luis Diaz's top speed in the league is actually below Chiesa's current top speed of 36.2 kilometers per hour. So even though Chiesa is apparently slow, he is faster than Luis Diaz. That is crazy. All right. I am absolutely buzzing for this transfer. 10 million? What? I mean, how much did Spurs pay for Solanke? I don't even know, in the region of what, 40 to 60 million? And Solanke is about the same age as Chiesa. We are getting Chiesa for 10 million. I am absolutely over the moon about this transfer. And it doesn't end there, gentlemen. Last season, as per Whiscout, Chiesa averaged 0.2 expected assist per 90 minutes in the Serie A, which was the second highest among players to have played at least 2,000 minutes. Second highest in the Serie A. He also averaged 1 key pass per 90, which ranked him second best in the Serie A. Meanwhile, Football Ref ranks him in the 99th percentile for shot creation actions. And I actually saw some data that he actually creates more shots than Darwin Núñez. I mean, this guy, we all think Darwin Núñez creates chaos. This guy is next level chaos. So despite only registering 3 assists last season, all the underlying numbers will suggest Chiesa should have had better numbers. Of course, I already showed it to you guys here, right? You can see that, he had only 2 assists, but he should have had at least 5 if the likes of Vlahovic could finish their chances. So, listen, forget about all the negativity that's out there. These are just fans who are absolutely jealous. Liverpool, for me right now, have the best attack in Europe. Yeah, for me, when you add Chiesa to it, I'm talking the whole attack, all 6 of them. I think definitely in the Premier League for me. Definitely. Can you imagine playing against Liverpool, a starting lineup of Diaz, Jota, and Salah, and then in the 70th minute, you see the board is up. Liverpool is about to make 3 substitutions. Chiesa is coming on. Darwin Núñez is coming on. Gakpo is coming on. As a defender, you're like, oh my God. Look, I am absolutely buzzing. Another question that will come up will be, why were other clubs not interested in him? Honestly, I don't care. This, for me, is the brilliance of Michael Edwards. All right? Why were other clubs not interested in Matip? Why did we get Matip on a free? Why did we get Andrew Robertson for so cheap? Why did other clubs not see the potential in him? That's not my problem. This is the brilliance for me of Michael Edwards. I'm so happy he's back at the football club. Not only does he create a high volume of chances, as highlighted by Football Ref, he also creates high quality chances on a regular basis. All right? In addition to that, he's effective on the ball. Last season, he ranked 3rd among wingers who average at least 7 dribbles per 90 for success rate. Only Kvaratskhelia and Rafael Leao had better success rates than him. So you see that only the best of the best in the Serie A are comparable to him. That is not bad for a player who is injury prone and who is past his best. That is absolutely crazy. For 10 million is an absolute steal. And now let's talk about his price. Why were Juventus willing to let him go for so cheap? Well, there are a couple of reasons here. First of all, Juventus, they are broke. It really is that simple. Chiesa was on 200,000 pounds a week at Juventus. That is the equivalent of, say, Arsenal and Liverpool paying a player maybe 800,000 pounds a week. Juventus, they don't have money. Juventus, if you guys even know, they were banned, I think, from Europe. I don't know if it was last year or this year, but recently, Juventus were banned from European football for financial reasons. So, Juventus need to free up funds. Juventus wanted to extend his contract, but they can't afford to keep paying him 200,000 pounds a week. All right? So it's not that Juventus don't need him. No, they just can't afford it. Juventus are broke. So they are willing to let him go. They are willing to get 10 million for him, save up on his salary, free up some funds. It really is that simple. That's it. And yes, his injury record is not, well, it's not that bad as well. Besides that one injury, let's go back to it. Besides this one injury here, where he missed 45 games, pretty much every injury after that, you can see one game, 2 games, 4 games, Yeah, he does have little niggles here and there, but it's not that bad. He's out for 2 games here, 2 games here. I mean, all that quality. So we are getting a player who is better than Luis Diaz on the ball. Yes, not as good as Luis Diaz off the ball, but he's comparable to Luis Diaz, who is one of the best wingers in the Premier League and in world football. And the data suggests that in the Serie A, only the best of the best, the Rafael Leaos, the Kvaratskhelia, are comparable to him. So we are getting one of the best, still one of the best wingers in world football for £10 million. I don't understand the negativity by a lot of fans. Oh, FSG are getting a cheap signing. Like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Like, try to be positive. This is a fantastic, very, very low risk signing. If he comes in and he gets injured and is out for the rest of the season, guess what? He cost us only 10 million. Who cares? He's not a 70 million signing. It's a 10 million signing. All right? But if this guy stays fit, if this guy can give us just 25 games, Salah is 32 now. There's a lot of people who say, oh, Salah is as fit as my brother is an Arsenal fan. All right? He told me that, but where is Chiesa going to play? Salah is as fit as a 20-year-old. No, not anymore. Well, last season, Salah had, I think, a hamstring injury. Remember, he was 32. All right? A hamstring injury should normally take a player maybe 3 weeks to a month for a really bad hamstring injury, right? Or let's just say a month and a half for a really, really bad one. But Salah was out for 2 to 3 months because, first of all, as you get old, you don't heal as quickly as a 21-year-old. He's 32. So to say that Salah is fit, he'll be available all season is absolutely ridiculous. We have to prepare for the worst, okay? I don't expect Salah to play 90 minutes of every game. I want, and because Ancelotti, he demands a lot from his wingers. Under Klopp, Salah could stay up front, hog the touchline, and just wait for the ball to get to him and do his magic. But Slot wants his wingers to track back. You can see against Ipswich and against Brentford, when Liverpool lost the ball, right? You can see about 6, 7 players, sometimes Salah included, all tracking back because Slot demands a lot from his wingers. So Salah is going to have to get used to being substituted. He will. It's that simple. He's 32. He'll be 33 by the end of this season. He's not young anymore. So we definitely need backup for Salah. And Chiesa is about as good as it gets. And for 10 million, look, I mean, I am absolutely over the moon. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon.